Yeah, actually, I think that psychology, psychic therapy, all the things are very useful. But I mean, meditation is something beyond psychology. But at the same time, on certain level, psychology is very useful and very good. And also nice to know that whatever modern therapy people using and know, actually it's like rediscovering of ancient knowledge, or sometimes they just take ancient knowledge from the meditation and the Buddhist and the Tantric and the Vedic tradition, and then just, sorry to say, they pretend that they discover something, but really sometimes, quite often, they take it from ancient esoteric tradition, and it's not bad, it's good, because I mean they may say something nice to the people in a modern language without any Sanskrit or whatever terminology. That's nice and useful. But okay, how can we grasp and reach this level of my own self? I don't mean self in a sense absolute consciousness, but I mean just at least human self. And okay, I'm consciousness, we can say, and I'm not my physical body, and I'm not my name. But the key point to reach this self is actually name and form. When we worship to God, we easily say God is not form, God is not name, but at the same time we chant mantras which are really speaking names of the God. We worship, statues or icons in the, God is not form, but in a Hindu temple they put statue of Krishna or Vishnu, and in the Christian churches like Catholic or Orthodox they put the Holy Trinity. It's a form, yeah, but God is not that three angels. But we use this form for the purpose of spiritual process. And well, when we meditate on our name, when we meditate on our form, I mean the best choice, of course, mirror meditation, but possible actually, by the way, to meditate on one's photo, picture. You can take picture and meditate on your picture. And the meaning is that you may relate with your own self in a very easy, clear way. Because when people just sit and meditate on one's soul, it's not really clear. But when you meditate on your name, it's, wow, very simple, very obvious. Or when you just meditate while using like mirror, it's very clear, very obvious. That is the power. And really speaking, there are many kinds of these techniques. I'm not going to say that which we're learning right now is the only one, of course not. But I mean to say that when we practice meditation on our name, it's always better to use name and a family name, because then it's like complete picture of your inner reality, because your name is a key, like pin code to your personality, and the family name is like your ancestors, which are also part of your personality. And then you just chant it, pronounce it out loud. It's important because, even you experience something strange when you repeat it loudly. It's a complete, huge transformation in a field of your relationship with yourself, but that is actually the point. If you want to meditate deeper, if you want to be, self-actualize, if you want to be, if you want to fulfill your life purpose, the number one thing is this, actually, yeah?
What is with people who has few names, 3, 4, 5?
Well, I have a couple of friends with a number of names, and normally it's happen if, okay, like in a passport, so people have one name, then they go to Indian ashram and they receive spiritual name, and sometimes they have religious name, like, you get, for example, Christian people or Jewish people or Muslim people, they have, okay, passport name, and then like, okay, Christian or Jewish name, huh? Okay, and then if they go to the Indian ashram, they may get even one more name, yeah.
Or spiritual name.
That I mean, one more name means so-called spiritual name, but for me, all of them are actually spiritual. And yeah, sometimes people immigrate from one country to another country, and in a new country they have a right or chance to choose a new name, and sometimes people do choose a new name. And then, like... and actually, if somebody has a number of names, it's not really good. It means inside subconscious mind of such a person is no clarity about actually who am I as a human being. If I have like 2, 3, 4, 5 different names and in different groups, in different parts of of my life, I'm using different names. My passport is like that. My parents call me slightly different. Then I come to the club, they call me some other name. Then I go to the ashram, they call me this way. Then I come to the church or synagogue, they may call, call some other name. And then the question is, okay, do you have any self-identification after all? Yeah, and it's a problem. That's the reason why I may advise to the people, yeah, okay, if you feel like to take spiritual name, welcome, but then the best choice, if you're really going to use it everywhere, including your family life and office, the perfect choice is even to change your passport and all documents. And I know quite few people who are so serious about their spiritual name that they change, like, including passport and all the property papers. That's huge. That's really powerful. But if you go to the ashram and you have certain spiritual name, then you come back to your office and you have another type of the name, then it will not work.